Hello, my lovely Wolfpack, and welcome to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show for you today, and I can't wait to get started. But before we do, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. So we're trying something new today. We're trying to give you I need to keep you guys updated on the latest news, and it's a little hard to do with a weekly show. So I'm gonna try to be bringing you around 10 o'clock in the morning and around 5, 6 o'clock at night. I'm gonna be trying to bring you guys some content Monday through Friday, so that we can kind of keep up with this news cycle. Because there's been a lot of it these past couple weeks since Trump took office. So, if you guys don't mind, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So, we got our story here from the New York Post. Elon Musk claims FEMA sent $59 million last week to luxury New York City hotels for illegal migrants. But City Hall says there's more to the story. I don't think I believe that for even a millisecond, but let's go ahead and read on here. All right. Elon Musk contended that the Federal Emergency Management Agency sent a staggering $59 million just last week to luxury hotels in New York City to house illegal migrants, a claim that City Hall officials rebutted Monday. The world's richest man said in an early morning post on X that the funds were just discovered by his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, even as President Trump called for a complete overhaul of FEMA that could even see it shuttered. Trump last month signed an executive order to create a council to review FEMA as he expressed concerns over serious, quote unquote, serious concerns of political bias in the agency. Sending this money violated the law and is engrossed insubordination of the president's executive order, Musk wrote. Many of Musk's claims, including whether the money would go toward migrant housing in luxury hotels, couldn't immediately be confirmed as the brash Tesla mogul didn't disclose details about the money in his incendiary tweet. Yeah. They go on to say only $19 million of all 237 million in federal funding has been awarded to the city during the migrant crisis. They say only. I find that really hard to believe, first of all. And second of all, only do you know the audacity that some of these people must have in order to say only $19 million? I don't know about you folks, but $19 million could feed generations of my family. Like, generations, probably 100 years of my family could be fed with that. Like, not to mention the fact that this is your taxpayer money, that they're $19 million of it. Like right here, I got it on the screen here. You guys can't see it, but like the just only 19. If you guys might remember from the RFK confirmation hearings, uh Senator Bernie Sanders sitting there saying that I only took $1.2 million of that money or whatever. It just takes me back to that. It takes me back to how these people are obfuscating so fucking hard for their money. It's absolutely asinine to me that these people could even think to tell you that only $19 million went to house illegal immigrants. And while we're dealing with the fires in LA and the hurricane that happened in North Carolina, in Western North Carolina specifically, but also in the surrounding areas, it just seems to me that we're having way too much emphasis on the word only here. It not only does it drive me crazy, but it enrages me that, like, people within our government are coming out here and saying only $19 million, not realizing that most of American citizens, I believe the average yearly wage of American citizens is like 60 grand, if that. I don't know if it's that anymore, but at one point I remember seeing a couple years ago that the average median salary for Americans is about $60,000, and that's like middle class, dude. So the fact that these people are sitting here throwing out the word only 19 million sounds really offensive to me. I don't know about you, but to me that sounds absolutely offensive, dude. I've been on the very low end of middle class, almost in poverty for like pretty much my whole life. And the fact that these people have the audacity to sit there and write an article that says only $19 million went to illegal aliens in New York City, like, get out of here, bro. I am so enraged by this. So absolutely enraged by this, guys. You have no idea. Like so Elon Musk says in a tweet earlier that sending this money grossly violated the law and was complete insubordination to the Trump administration. And I couldn't agree more, Elon. I could not agree more. There is no reason that this should be happening right now, because apparently these funds were allocated to FEMA a week ago when Trump was in office, after he signed this executive order to look into FEMA. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. And yeah, now may I remind you also that that FEMA is supposed to be like the funds that go to FEMA. Uh, may I remind you that this money is meant for American disaster relief. That is what FEMA's for. That's what every penny from the taxpayer pool, by the way. So this is your money going into FEMA, which the sole purpose of this money that goes into FEMA is for American disaster relief. And it's absolute this is the most absurd story. Doge just keeps, like, I don't know what to say about this other than this is the most this is the biggest story. Like, all these stories coming out of Doge, all the government fraud and the fraudulent spending of this last administration has been absolutely asinine. And not only that, I think that this actually goes further. Like, there's never been an overhaul of this magnitude since Dwight D. Eisenhower. Like, no American president has yet tried to, like, kind of give this purge to the federal government since Eisenhower, and it absolutely enrages and infuriates me. But let's move on here a little bit. So President Trump signed an executive order to create a council to review FEMA. He called for the council to have its first meeting within 90 days, expecting the council's findings to be on his desk within 180 days. So within, like, at least within the next couple of months, we should be hearing a little bit more about this. But Who knows? And let me just say that the argument from the left is absolutely insane. The argument basically being that Elon Musk is getting access to our private information. Like, first of all, I never sent a dime to FEMA. Just throwing that out there. I never sent a dime, not willingly anyway. I never sent a dime to FEMA. I never sent a dime to USAID. I never sent a dime to uh any of these weird organizations. Like, not to my knowledge anyway. The American people are completely, like, we've been, like, completely left out of the loop on what happens to our taxpayer dollars. Like, you're told every single year to just, like, fill out your taxes and send that money to the IRS, like, without us having any specific say in what actually goes down with these taxpayer dollars that we willingly, under threat of jail, give to our government, like, basically, like, at gunpoint. You know what I'm saying? There's At gunpoint we're being forced to give the government money, and we're supposed to be able to anyway trust the government with that money, that they're going to use it for something that we actually approve of. There's no reason whatsoever that we should even be having these conversations, and the fact that these Democrats are using this argument that, oh no, we're giving Elon Musk access to our private information, like, not mine and your private information, but their private information, their private business dealings with these agencies, possibly. And that's completely, that blows my mind. The whole thing just blows my mind, and I, for one, won't sit around and accept it. Like, there has to be things that need to be done about this immediately. But yeah, now Doge apparently is going after the Department of Education next, which I am totally down for. I don't know about you guys, but I am down for it. I am here for it. I am ready for it. Like, get rid of it. Like, same with FEMA. I think USAID, gone. Shut it down. Shutter that shit. FEMA, gone. Shut it down. Shutter that shit. Like, until we know what's going on with taxpayer money, like, the entire US Treasury needs to be shut down. But we got this stuff going on with actually the Secretary of US Treasury and whatnot. Uh like, for real. I I really honestly don't know what's going on with all of this stuff. It's coming out day by day. We're getting more and more, millions, like, every day. It's like several million here, several million there, several million over fucking way off in freaking Mumbai, India. Like, you know what I mean? We're literally gonna sit here and have this conversation about how we got the Democrats over at the Department of Education going, let us in, let us in. Like, putting on this completely, like, staged type of outrage, and it's severely disappointing. Like, I believe in our government. I believe in the United States of America. I believe in the rule of law. I believe my whole life has been predicated on, like, America is cool, dude. America fights the bad guys. America stands up for the little guy. America does all these things that are so great and awesome, and we build things and we innovate. And because of our free market and capitalism, we're able to rise above over all this weird stuff that they got going on in other places around the world. But anyway, we got a little bit more here I want to get into before I let you go. I mean, it seems to me that, and Charlie Kirk said this earlier today on his show, that the Democrats and all of like these deep state entrenched bureaucracy, administrative state people basically want to turn the presidency, it seems to me anyway, that they want to turn the presidency into sort of this ceremonial thing, like ceremonial in nature, a ceremonial thing where the president goes around and kissing babies, taking pictures, but he doesn't actually like run things. Like that's what happened with Joe Biden's presidency. His whole administration was ran by members of his staff. It wasn't being run by him. The United States was not being run by him. And all I can think of is, have you guys heard the farewell address from Dwight D. Eisenhower? And like, go look that up and look up his farewell address, and I encourage you to give it a watch. I think he saw exactly what was happening and really pinpointed what is happening with our government and what President Trump is trying to dig out. But with this judge that's going out here and trying to block Elon Musk, and not only that, but he's trying to block the Secretary of Treasury from looking into the Treasury database. It makes absolutely zero sense. It's the permanent bureaucracy trying to dig their heels in as much as they can to try to stop us, the American people, just from knowing. Just, like, that's all I want personally. Like, even if we don't get prosecutions out of it, as much as I'd really love it, I'm not gonna hold my breath for all that. But I would like for that to be a thing. So I don't know. It's been wild, and I hope to see more of it from Doge and Elon Musk. Elon Musk, keep on keeping on, man. Like, you seriously are an inspiration to me, and I believe in everything you're doing. President Trump, I love you. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's just rip this cancer out from our government. Let's rip it out by the root and get rid of this nasty, disgusting shit that the Democrats have gotten us into, not even just in the past 4 years, but probably for the past 70 years. I'm thinking, I don't even know, but I'm not going to get it onto a conspiracy theory rant because I got to let you guys go. But anyway, that was just a little bit of news from today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. You can follow us on X and Facebook, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to us here on YouTube. We really would appreciate your support. This channel, we're struggling. We only got 2 episodes out. I'm starting this new Lone Wolf show. I hope it goes well, but oh, and you can also find us on Rumble now too. I'm going to be posting all our videos on Rumble probably after I get done recording this video. So, yeah. We'll see you next time. Peace.